So again, guys, this is Christian Bassar with another episode of History Vice video blog, and now I am here with Chris Arel in Edmonton here, the leader of Odin's Ravens Viking reenactment group. So basically, Chris, what got you interested in reenacting, and what period do you primarily do in Viking history?
Well, what got me into reenacting is just a love of the history in general.
Right.
The period that we reenact the Viking Age. Primarily our group, Odin's Ravens, we're focusing on mid-10th century, primarily the Sweden, Denmark, the Baltics. But our group, our organization, which is the Vikings Vinland, which is our North American organization, will do anywhere from early 8th century all the way to middle of the 11th century. So 793, 1066, which is what we think of the appropriate dates for the Viking Age. And they'll do anything from Scandinavian, Anglo-Saxon, Normans, the Scottish Vikings, the Celts, etc.
All right, sounds good. And of course, my brother Paul is actually a member of this this group, Odin's Ravens, and it's really nice. I've heard a lot of good things about the group, and what I really like about it is it's effort and authenticity. No horned helmets, no nothing, no crap like that, right? So it's
we try and demystify the myths. Basically, you know, the horns on the helmets, which is basically a throwback from the 16th century, Wagner's opera, etc. So we try and stay away from that. We try and base everything that we can on archaeological results, some of the illustrations, the sagas that they talk about. So our helmets are true to form, so they're going to be like a four-panel spangle helm. We do get to see the occasional one which has the oculars, the goggles, although to date they've only found one of those that dates back to the Viking Age, so it's they're few and far between, but we usually try and keep with the accepted ones. Our weapons, we try and stay true to form as well, so it's going to be the sacks, spears, axes for the most part. The people that are wealthy enough to be able to own a sword are the ones that are going to be practicing with the sword. Our shields, again, I think we use the round shields typical to what they would have used. We try and base our combat systems on what the Vikings would have used as well. So we do a lot of shield wall combat, opposing armies, etc. But we do it primarily for education purposes as well as entertainment.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the big reasons why reenacting is so cool, that it brings history alive for one thing, and also, you know, you're helping demystify the whole Viking era, which I'm sure a lot of historians and everybody really appreciate those kinds of efforts. So yeah,
the one thing that we do is we don't focus only on the combat, although today we're having one of our combat practices, and then we follow it up with group meetings where we'll talk about what we want to portray, because we'll do village reenactment as well. We'll cook over an open fire, we'll present crafts while we're doing that, so you'll have, you know, people doing some of the textile crafts, so spinning the wool and weaving it, etc. You'll have leather workers, woodworkers that are displaying their crafts. So I try and encourage everybody that joins up not only to just focus entirely on the fighting, but if they have an interest in any of the arts and crafts, to try and pick one of those up, because it's another opportunity for us to present to the public that come and visit us at some of our events.
And big picture too, because that's what history is about too. So,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always interesting when you see two people that are fighting, you know, like Jamin and Paul in the background. Yeah. But when you bring it into a village setting where people are cooking their meal in an authentic fashion, we try and keep, you know, even the ingredients to as much as we can, we try and keep that to what they had in the period. So you're not going to see potato soup or any tomato sauce because they didn't have it back then, right?
Yeah.
So we try and do as much research as possible and bring that to life.
Sounds amazing. Well, Chris, thank you very much for this chat, and
you're welcome.
Thor be with you.
Thank you.
And Odin be with you.